CPAC 2021 here in Dallas, Texas, and one of the ongoing themes is people getting canceled and people getting pushed out of various platforms. My next guest really embodies that thing. April Moss, journalist, Detroit.
Yes.
You had enough, you walked away. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think one of the biggest crimes being perpetuated on humanity right now is fake news in the media that is giving people a false perception of reality, and it's shaping the public's mind, and I think that's why we have such a divide in our society today, because you have conservatives who are following other content, right? Other platforms that are giving people some truth. And you have a lot of independent citizen journalists giving a lot of truth. And you have another portion of America who is still under that mainstream media, 24-hour news cycle type of, a lot of it is propaganda. And so we have a divide in our country, and the media is largely responsible for that right now. So coming from CBS Detroit, we had obviously a couple issues that I came forward to talk about. One of it being a very far left narrative that every time I would try to talk to a producer about the content that we were putting out, I'd say, listen, we need to give an opposite perspective here.
A balanced look at this.
Right, and which really you think that to have a conversation like that, you would think, this is just basic journalism. This shouldn't be something that I'm coming to my boss with.
Let me stop you for a second. Do these producers that are dictating the news, give me an age on this. Young?
I would say, well, so we have several. One would be like your typical mid-20s, left.
Because there's a reason for that. They come out of school completely brainwashed,
right.
and to an example, they haven't lived or gone through life experience to be able to really subjectively, give an opinion on that. It needs to be in the middle of the road, right?
Right.
But they've been told that the world is a certain element in space, and that's what they promote.
Right, and so repeated talks of saying, like, you guys, listen, every week we're talking about the same left narrative agenda. We need to talk about other things. There's way more important things going on, and let's balance this thing out. So that was just one of the things, and of course now we have a situation in our country where corporations are now coming down on their employees and saying, unless you get vaccinated, we're going to fire you.
Well, I'll even stop you right there. You've got people on LinkedIn. I have a guy that trolls me constantly on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, you've got the name of the company that you work for, your position. Right. And I thought to myself, would your company be proud of you for pushing back for an America First ideology and basically putting down anybody who voted for Trump? But yet, if they say I'm pro-Trump and pro-America, possibly they'll be walked out the back door of their job. They're fired.
Oh, it's definitely, it's no secret in mainstream media where if you're a conservative, you need to keep that on the down low.
Right.
You need to be hush-hush about it because it's not accepted, it's not appropriate. And so, or you're labeled as being a racist.
So how has life changed for you since this came out about a month ago?
I will say, to be honest, about 1,000 times better. Not only do I have the freedom to be able to share with the American public truthful stories, which I will be beginning to do. I'm very excited about that as an independent journalist, but also, the amount of conviction I have to continue to this fight for those that don't have a voice, to be able to help them get some medical freedom back where these corporations are taking it away.
Has any journalist reached out to you and say, wait a minute, I'm experiencing the same thing at my news station?
Yeah, I've heard from so many people, so many journalists, and even journalists in Detroit who would never want me to share their names, but they've contacted me directly and said, I am so proud of you. You're so brave. I wish I had been that brave, but I just chose to quit. Or I just can't do anything about it right now. But thank you for stepping out. So it's been great.
How can people follow you?
Yeah,
I know you changed your social media handle a little bit, did you?
Yeah, so it's April Moss TV.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and also Telegram right now.
There you go. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Excited.